Hello everyone, hope everyone is well and welcome to the Mega Hot Seat. What an awesome name. Now, we're going to give it a few seconds to let some people jump on. Let's see if I can get some people on. Let's see who's here. Let me know in the comments down below if you're watching this live. Who is here? If you're watching the replay, let me know with replay. We've got a very special guest today. One of my favourite people. So let me know who's here live before I introduce who it is. And remember, the Mega Hot Seat is where we interview affiliates who are doing it, who are crushing it, who have made that change in their mindset, and they're absolutely smashing it. Okay, so everyone here can learn from watching the Mega Hot Seat. We've got George Sausage. We've got Nick. How are you, Nick? Let me know who's here. We've got plenty. We've got 21 people here live now. Robert, hope you're well. David, yes, I'm very well, thank you. Let me know. Don't be shy and let me know who's here. So, today I thought we'd bring on Naris, hope you're well. Elise, there we go. Alexandra, Amir from South Wales. There we go. Lots of people here. So, I'm going to bring on our special guest and I'm going to ask her loads of questions, okay? So you can see that normal people, just like you and just like me, are making this happen, okay? I want you to give you guys the belief that you can do this as well, okay? And I want you guys to realize that it just takes a bit of hard work. I'm not here. Bruno, you're not here. I've not heard anyone say I'm not here before, okay? And we all started from that place where most people are probably at now, which is from being brand new, okay? So I'm going to bring on my special guest. I want a big round of applause. Remember, if you've got questions, ask in big round of applause. I'm not going to hear it anyway. Ask questions inside the comments. I'll keep an eye on them so I can ask the questions as well. But I will bring on Beverly.
Hello.
How are you, Beverly?
I'm well. How are you, Wayne?
I'm wonderful. So, I'm sure everyone knows Beverly, but before we start, and I'll keep, if the guys ask any questions, just throw you off a bit, I'll ask them, Beverly. But this is Beverly. I'm going to let Beverly introduce herself and tell us a little bit about your background, Beverly, so everyone get to know you a little bit.
Okay, Beverly Samuel. You'll find me on Facebook as BG Samuel. So the girl formerly known as Beverly. I had to recreate my Facebook, so I went with something a little bit different. I live in Indianapolis. I've got a couple daughters. They're adults now. I'm from Los Angeles originally. My background is in engineering and project management, so I had a very long 30 plus year career doing those things and do a little bit of consulting on those still when I have a chance. But yeah, so now I just do this full time for the most part.
Awesome. Brilliant. And I love the project management background because sometimes it takes a bit of project management to be good at this stuff, I think. So, how did you get started, Beverly? For everyone watching, how did you get started with affiliate marketing?
I was in a program with my best friend who lives here in Indiana, or in Indiana, and we were in a program. She invited me to a program that was primarily about course creation, and they had an affiliate program as well. And so that's how I got started. I had never heard of it, and I didn't make any money the first 6 months until I got to OLSP. So yeah.
So you have not actually been in affiliate marketing that long.
No, so I'm, not quite a baby, but more like, adolescence or young adulthood.
Young adulthood.
Yeah.
Awesome. So what attracted you? This is a question. What
Mhm.
attracted you to our affiliate program? And be honest.
Uh, okay. So Dean is my mentor. She said, "Oh, I found this program online. I really like this guy. We should join." And so we joined. She joined, half a minute before I did. I mean, that's an exaggeration, but pretty much just before I did. And she says, "Yo, you can make $20 your first day." And I went on and I made $20. I was like, "Oh, okay. I think I might stay." So that and but I really stayed for the training and the community because I like to learn, and you had a lot of good training, and so yeah, that's why I stay. the people and the learning.
Because it's awesome. That's what you meant to say.
Yes, yes, it is awesome.
How long have you been with OSP now?
About 18 months. So yeah, June 2022. Yeah.
Nice.
Hmm.
It doesn't seem like that long to me. Um, so tell me a little bit about your first successful campaign or your first success with us, apart from the $20. What one do you remember in particular?
um, I think probably, so my one VIP is Vicky Sarmina, and I remember her because I mean I remember all of them, but I remember her because I was just really learning how to go into the Facebook groups and, working the Facebook groups to get leads. And so that was a big success because my personality, I don't really like going into the Facebook group so much and, having to have those conversations. Um, I shouldn't say I don't like them. I just wasn't used to them. And so that was quite a win to be able to talk to her and help her, um, you know, out of that program that we were both in and into this one.
Awesome. Yeah, whenever you start something new like that, it is always a bit daunting. And you think people are going to bite your head off, but most people are actually all right-ish. All right-ish.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
So what is the best strategy you've found so far out of everything we teach?
I think the whole process around, you know, well, going into the groups and meeting people and, doing the DM. So, I mean, it really is a process doing the DMs and then the warm ups and the cool downs and using CD Pro. That whole process, coupled with the different types of posts and posting on people's pain points, I think that has been the most effective because it's allowed me to connect with the people I've been DMing, but it also puts a lot of valuable content on my feed that other people see.
Yeah. That's one big thing if you're watching this, guys. And one big thing we teach in higher levels, if you like, is how to actually speak to people, how to find their pain points. Everyone out there is in some form of pain. We provide the solution to that. Okay, so we're not actually selling. A lot of people feel like sleazy salesmen, but using our strategies, I never feel like that. Do you, Beverly? You feel like you're really trying to help people?
Right. And, that whole selling is serving, mantra, it really is true that, people have issues. They're trying to make something work but they can't. And so they need help. And if you have a solution, to their problem, you should offer it to them.
Yeah, I remember Mark just saying if you feel like you're trying to solve something, you're doing it wrong. You need to, if you've got something that's that valuable, you think it's really going to help that person, you're literally trying to bash their doors down to hand it to them because that's how much you should believe in the product you're promoting. Okay, so with the guys watching, you need to understand the product as deep you can and all the different products we have on how they can help serve customers. Okay, that's basically what we're kind of all about, is the helponomics, how to best help and serve people. Um, what's the biggest, guys? If you've got any questions for Beverly, because she gets more leads than the poop. I don't know how if the poop gets leads, but she gets tons of leads every day. I know how many she gets. In fact, I remember a few months ago, it was literally we'd log in, wouldn't we, and it'd be like one every minute.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was insane, guys. It's insane. What's the biggest challenge you've faced and you overcome, and how did you overcome it? That's a tough one.
Oh, well, actually, it's an easy one because I'm overcoming it now or trying to. But it really is a challenge well, it's a bunch of challenges, really. But the biggest one, I think, is just, having put myself out there to build up my following and to have it taken away. And so that was the biggest thing. So I'm rebuilding, but the good news is that I can rebuild. I'm rebuilding actually very slowly. I only have so I lost about 100,000 followers, and I think I have maybe 250 if I'm lucky on Facebook now.
Mm-hmm.
But they're a quality 250, and so I'm building up very slowly so I can get more quality versus what I was doing before, which was whoever was wanted to friend me, and I felt lucky enough that they wanted to be friends with me. And now I'm being much more choosy about it, and so I can build it the right way this time.
Now, sometimes these are blessing in disguise, where, like you said, you have to start again. When you're new, you're like, oh, suggested friends, click all them. Oh, look, some more friends, click all them. Before you know it, you've just got 1,000 people that are actually junk. It's far better to have 250 quality.
Hmm.
Far
Oh
better.
yeah.
So, Alexandra, we're going to ask a question from you. Please share with us your lead generation methods.
Well, what I just mentioned about the friending in the Facebook groups, but also I do, I have lead magnets. I'm always working on a lead magnet. I've got one right now I'm working on. And the biggest thing is really the shorts that I do on Facebook and Instagram. I was doing for TikTok as well. I don't do that anymore, but the short form video is my main method.
Yeah. And trust me, I've seen how many leads Beverly gets in some days. It's bonkers. It's like you go from I wish I had leads to I wish I didn't have so many leads pretty quickly when you do it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I've been there with you. So Jean has asked Beverly, do you run your Instagram the same way as your Facebook?
You said, do I run my Instagram same way as Facebook?
Yeah.
No. I on Instagram, all I do is I post my two reels a day, and then I'm done. I don't really do anything besides that. I just started putting some highlights in there, just some results, but that's only been like last week. So I'm really hands off with that. With Facebook, I'm much more involved in posting, value and fun stuff and my cats, and just trying to be an all around human being, with some dimension versus just, what do you call it, viral reels and
Yeah.
that sort of thing. So yeah, very different.
Yeah, people buy from people, guys. I think was the message there. On Facebook, you want to come across as a person.
Hmm.
On Shorts, people have an attention span. All of us have an attention span of about 20 seconds. Okay, so you've got
Hmm.
to post stuff that's catchy, going to get the views. Instagram, TikTok, all they care about is keeping people engaged. They don't care about the value of the content. It's just about getting people engaged. And keeping them on the platform for as long as possible. Sometimes hours, just people scroll through these short videos. Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah, and if you're afraid of doing it, guys, I want you to think like that, like Beverly does. Instead of going through and being the consumer of these stupid short videos, be the producer of them and make the money. Okay, if that's not enough to get anyone motivated, I don't know what it is. But Eddie's asked, is there a way to do the shorts as faceless ones? I'll answer that one if it's right, Beverly. I think that's a good question. Eddie, so AI is a big thing at the minute. Okay, I don't think it's good enough now. People want to buy from people. So you'll see lots of other people promoting AI this, AI that. I don't think that's up to par, personally. Okay, unless they're kind of unbranded ones and they're motivational, they work. But not the face ones. You can tell us AI a mile off. But we have now got, as part of one of our packages, 4 years of content done for you for shorts. Okay, so you don't have to show your face. Okay, so if that's something you want to hear about, Eddie, just let us know. Reading through the questions, you can do it with motivational ones, exactly, or any other you like. But really, you want to be using your face. If you're scared of using your face, just remember, if I can do it with this face, anyone can do it. All right, it's just a matter of changing the mindset and working on a few other things to do them. Okay, and this, the most exciting part of this thing, I think, Beverly, if you agree, is the journey you go on. It's not necessarily the money, it's the journey you go on and improve and do the things you don't think you could do before.
Hmm. Oh yeah, it's been quite a growth experience for me, doing the shorts. I didn't want to do the shorts. There was a challenge in July. I did not want to do it. I waited till the last minute to do it, and and I did it, and I just kept going. So I've posted every day since then, and I will continue to post at least one video a day. Usually I post two, but it was not something I wanted to do either. So.
Tell us about your most successful reel so the guys realise why you're consistent with it.
Um, I think the highest one I've had is like 3.3 million views.
3.3 million.
Yeah, and so I've had probably 10 now that are more than a million views. So yeah.
And how many leads do you think you got from the biggest one?
Oh, I have no idea, but that's when one a minute started happening. And so it went from, I think I had 23 followers on Instagram to 300 something now, 300 something thousand now. But it really became, overwhelming because I was getting leads like thousands a day, and it was a lot.
It's a lot, and it was a lot, like thousands of leads per day. It was nuts to watch, nuts to watch.
Yeah.
When you get that many guys, it's insane.
Mhm.
How does our program, how does OLSP compared with other things you've tried, Beverly?
I really only tried, one thing, but I've seen a lot in, as I'm out there in Facebook groups. So I'm learning about the different programs, but we have the two-tier commissions, which I haven't seen anybody have yet, and we have the commissions for life. We have lots of training, a lot of programs I found that people aren't getting trained, and that's like a huge pain point. They're not getting trained, they're not getting support, they don't have the community. So we have far and above what I've seen other people in the Facebook groups have.
Yeah, I love our community. I think we've got the best community. I think the people is what make it in
Mhm.
OLSP. It really is. Um, what question? Any more questions from you guys? If not, I have a whole ton of questions. Um, what? Here's an interesting one. This might be for you guys watching. What features would you like to see added to the program? Bit of a weird one.
Yeah, so I mean, I've barely scratched the surface on what's there already, so I need to dig in more because we have all these new things. But I would like to see a marketplace of other people's trainings and PDFs that they do that I could, possibly buy.
Hmm.
I would love to see that. But otherwise, yeah, I think I just need to kind of dig in and see what's there first. 'Cause there's a lot there, a lot of new stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot. You'll never need to buy anything again once you
Hmm.
get into OLSP properly.
Hmm.
So are all your shorts posted on Instagram or Facebook?
What was the question again? How?
Are all the shorts you post on Instagram or Facebook?
Yes.
Yeah, Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, both. Mhm.
both. And Stephanie, what platform are you using most? So tell us what you're using most and which one's most successful. There may be different answers.
Yes. So I'm using, so I was doing them both equally, but then I lost my Facebook account. Um, so I'm really getting the most, I guess I would say, leads out of Instagram, but the most effective has been Facebook, really. There's a lot higher quality. Um, Instagram is that's quantity. The quantity is definitely there. The quality is, pretty, it is there if you can just kind of dig through and find that needle in the haystack.
Hmm.
There are some good ones in there, but it's a lot of work to find those when you can just kind of go to Facebook and go to the groups because where they are.
Yeah,
They're segregated themselves by different programs and that sort of thing. So um, the quality is definitely better on Facebook.
exactly. I much prefer Facebook myself because the quality is there. A lot of people have moved on to shorts now and
Mhm.
only do shorts, but you need volume, guys. Okay, with Facebook, you need nowhere near the volume. You can convert much higher, much
Mhm.
higher. What advice? So this is one that I'm sure everyone's thinking, or they
Mhm.
won't ask. What advice would you give to someone who's maybe just started or they've only been in a little while? What advice would you give them?
I would say, you know, this is a whole new thing and it can be a little scary. Just put yourself out there to do some of those scary things. And we also have opportunities to connect like every single day, multiple times a day, in some cases for depending on what level you are. So if you're not showing up to at least, a couple things a week, then you might want to change that. I would say definitely um, get into the huddles if that's the level you're in, or the Q&A on Fridays, or something that you can access and be a part of it instead of just so don't sit on the sidelines and wish you could make some sales. Get in there and start participating.
Brilliant advice. That would be one of mine as well, is to immerse yourself in it. So when something's new, guys, it's new. Like you don't understand it when it's new. but by immersing yourself in it and surrounding yourself in it, you pick up stupidly quick. Okay, stupidly quick. And final question: what are your future goals with affiliate marketing and OLSP?
Oh, I want to be one of those ones that is like 100K a month. So that's my goal.
100K a month. I think you are one of the ones that will get there.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so brilliant questions. Let's have a look. Eddie's got one. So Eddie's asked, what advice would you give or would you have for someone who's worried about being on camera?
That was me. And I guess it depends on really why you're worried. If it's that you're just, for me, I wasn't used to seeing myself and hearing my own voice. And so I just practiced on my phone to myself. And you can do it in your, like you say, Wayne, start your Facebook group and just do it there. Or do it on your phone, record yourself a little bit, play it back to yourself so you can kind of get used to hearing your own voice. That's what I did. I did it twice a day for a week. And because it's part of a challenge that I did in the Tony Robbins group, and it really worked because I could, I did it just talking about anything. It didn't matter what I said because I was the only one who was going to see it or hear it. It didn't matter what I looked like, and I got used to that. And so that was really the end of that. And at the end of it, I went live, and so that was kind of all she wrote from there.
Yep. Awesome. The big thing is that it is a personal journey jumping on that. Some people jump on and they're not bothered. I think you'll find 90% of people who actually do it, Beverly, me, were afraid of getting on camera. And probably still are afraid a little bit. But it's a personal thing. We can help you work through that, Eddie. We can help you work through that kind of stuff because that's what we do. We don't just say go and do it, although we do say that a lot because action is key. But we get past those things that are in your way. Okay. Any other questions for Beverly? It took some time for Hilda to want to be on camera. It's good advice, exactly. Do it in private, guys. Like ultimately, no one cares. Really, no one cares. Like we're just full of our own self-image, I suppose. Look how many Beverly's done. How many views in total have you had on Instagram? It must be if not tens of millions, if not 100 million by now.
I have no idea. I think it's definitely tens of millions. I don't really know the number, but a lot.
Tens of millions, all for free for done 60 seconds of something you didn't want to do. It's pretty nuts, isn't it? It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, and almost do.
Jean, how many Facebook friends do you add per day, do you think? It's a good question.
So when I had my old account, I was doing about 100 a day and, starting from 30. And I was really afraid to add people. So I would like just do a shy follow them, but that was kind of passive and worthless. So last week I actually started doing 100 again. So you just have to find the right ones. But I would say, 30 is good. Just do 30 because you can't talk to 100 in a day. Even if half of them respond, you can't talk to 50 most likely. So just do 30, and they'll add up pretty quickly.
Yeah, exactly. And don't go too fast, guys. I can do you have to train Facebook almost. So if you and you've got like a 5-year account, you go 0 to 200, you're going to get blocked. Okay, so start with 15, 20. Work up to about 30, okay? And if you do get blocked on Facebook, it's not actually a bad thing. It means you're putting in the work, okay? I get blocked from Facebook. You've all seen it, okay? We've all seen it. Beverly only does organic, okay? Delwyn, last question, then we'll call it a day because Beverly's got to remodel her hair for tomorrow because she has a different hairstyle every day.
Yes, it needs some construction.
What's the video content you do? It's a bit of a broad question, that one. If you explain the content you kind of try and put on your videos.
Yeah, I do. So I started primarily with just solely actually it was solely the side hustle videos, the viral videos. And I think it was somewhere just before Christmas, I started transitioning to more of the value affiliate marketing related content. So that's what I've been doing primarily now, is just the value, and I don't get as many views, but I get more quality leads from that than I did with the viral ones.
Yeah. Viral, there's a certain type of content, guys, we call viral content. Very good for growing your channels and views and audience very quickly. But the you'll see them out there all over the place, but they don't convert as that great. They do convert, just not that great. When you start switching to more targeted kind of videos, more value given, you get less leads, but they're much higher quality. Okay, it's all about getting the best quality for the least amount of work. Use them in the beginning to get a large following, then you transition across. And Beverly only does organic. Abdul. Okay. Awesome. Brilliant live, guys. Beverly, thanks very much for coming on. I've got one final thing to say, and that is you are going to be one of the first people to do 100k with our platform. I'm sure that there's 3 or 4 people I'm watching and hoping, and it shows you that anything's possible. I think you're going to be one of the people that do it. So with that, Beverly, anything you want to say to everyone watching to inspire them to take massive action?
I guess, really something that Albert said to me way back when I was about to have a meltdown. He messaged me he talked me off the ledge, but he said, one thing that really helped him was just to follow up with people. So, people come and go and they forget about you, forget about them, but you have, the DMs, you have Mega Messenger, you have all these tools. And, it really, as much as it's tough in the first place to go and reach out to them and talk to them, but you have to follow up with them as well because, they forget. Like, life happens to them or whatever the excuse might be, but they forget. Just go remind them that you're still there and, that you still have something that can help them.
Yeah, the fortune is in the follow-up, guys. Remember, it's a saying for a reason, and that's because the fortune is in the follow-up. So, Beverly, thanks very much. I enjoyed that thoroughly. Let Beverly know if you enjoyed that, guys, and we'll have another superstar on next week, every single week. So make sure you jump on to learn and ask questions from our members. And if you want to appear on it, let me know, and we'll get you on. If you're scared of coming on camera, I'll break that fear for you. Okay. As you can see, we'll get 65 to 100 people on here watching you. Okay. Beverly, thanks very much. And guys, thanks for jumping on. We'll speak to you all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.